Ba-doom.
I've been working on the railroad all the long day.
I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time of need.
I've been working on the railroad all the long day.
I forgot the rest of the word. Maybe the PINKERTONS will help me out now.
Eh, Ding, 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 ding.
That's right. Keep singing the song. We're the Pinkerton Detective Agency. Just keep singing the song.
I've been working on the railroad.
Oh, this is terrible. What they've done to Billy and Adams. They're just making him sing Working on the Railroad all day. I mean, well, I was going to say, are they going to make him swing Sweet Charlotte, My Chariot, Sweet Chariot, or Sweet Charlotte or something? But that's kind of racist now, I guess. So that would probably get the Mr. Doc Matty wouldn't like that. Metrica wouldn't like that. But working on the railroad's pretty innocent stuff. Uh, so folks at home, last episode, I get a knock at the door, and it's the freaking Pinkertons, the Pinkerton Detective Agency. They protect the railroads back in the 1800s. I know what you're saying. What are they doing in 2025? I don't know. Good question. Maybe they're time travelers. But apparently Billy and Glenn were doing a whole little LARP, working on the railroad, and apparently these Pinkerton people have time traveled, and now they're yeah, now they're going to protect the railroad here, and apparently enforce it to be made. And poor Frater, he's still tied to the tree. He's upset. I gonna have to say it to you folks. I know you're all new to our show and stuff at Metricon. I don't know how many have come from Saturngrad or well, we didn't have much of an audience to begin with there. I don't think there was much, unless there's one straggler who just was like, I need to watch my original Freighter versus Retro. Okay, so so basically, um, I had to knock a door. It's these Pinkertons, and they're demanding a pint of blood here. Okay, so Frater in the past used to be this lightsaber guy. He used to like fight people and be a warrior and all that. Now he does. I haven't seen any of that of him since I've woke up from the coma I was in. He's much more childlike, and I'm fearing the bad version of him that's over at Saturngrad. That's all the defensiveness. That's all the cold, calculating military strategy in him. That makes him do all the things he does. And splitting the character. This kind of shows if someone had their personality split, it would be very negative, because the bad side would obviously have a lot of positive traits, like being able to defend itself and stuff, but then the good side would be too fluffy. It wouldn't have that that balance of right and wrong and stuff. So 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 now they're still pressing Frater over impersonating them. They don't get it. The guy's got like the IQ of a 10-year-old right now. He's just acting like a 10-year-old kid. These guys are taking it way too seriously. They're taking their gimmick way too seriously. They need to not be such marks. Okay, so apparently you're gonna let me know today of my judgment. Oh, my judgment. What is it? Of what? What? Because I'm trying to babysit these kids and they're trying to build a railroad. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, here they come. Here they come with their stupid cowboy uniforms. It's on the we're in the middle of continuity town here. These people don't even remotely understand a thing about anything. You know, and these guys, they got rifles. Come on. Like, what are they filled with? Like, what are they, cap guns or something? Remember the days when they used to have cap guns? So those were fun. I used to love cap guns. They were fun. Okay, let's just let the scene play out. Let's play it out, folks. So look, I know you're going to say, what would I do if I was ever in a scripted TV show or radio parody or something? This is pretty much radio. Um, well, you do this. You just play the scene out and get the most content out of it. Okay, so listen here. Okay, that guy over there, that's impersonation of a Pinkerton. He's in for a lot of problems. Okay, so these two over here are continuing to work on the railroad. They're singing the railroad songs. They are meeting quota. That's really good. That's really good stuff. Really good stuff. Ah, are you okay? Sometimes I just roll. Are you okay? Okay. What about me? Come on, let's go. All right. So you've been interfering with the railroad. Excuse me? What? When these two guys originally started, oh, sorry, sorry, my colleague here, he's got a bit of a problem. I don't know. He glitches out. Okay. So first off, you were interfering with our railroad. And as a result, that's a death sentence. So we're going to now kill you. You mean a unperson or whatever? Uh, what? No, we're just gonna shoot you. We're just gonna shoot you. Okay. So they get all their guns ready and they're aiming at Mr. Peck. Arr! And Mr. Peck starts running, and you could see in the picture there must be like 100 people shooting at him. You know, like how they're missing. They're all missing. They're like stormtroopers. They pew 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 pew. And, you know, Mr. Peck is running. He's jumping. He's diving. He's running into the woods. You know, and he runs off. And you know, and the Pinkertons are like, or he ran off into the woods. Well, he'll come out eventually. Yeah, we kind of just like we kind of like didn't hit him at all. Um, maybe we should actually do target practice sometimes. I didn't know about that. I didn't ever thought about target practice. I thought that when you have one of these things, that it just instantly hits them. I thought that too myself. I thought that too myself. That you just aim it and it just sort of like hits it. It's like auto aim. Yeah, well, I even downloaded for your guys some aim bots. You know. Yeah, you have. Wait, I thought you did get aim bots. We didn't know. We shouldn't have to have done anything. Oh. Um, I don't know what they're arguing about. They didn't hit him at all. Yeah, you didn't hit him at all. Yeah, oh, poor Frater. He's over there. I'm sorry. I impersonated you. I'm sorry. Can we play a video game? Yeah, we're gonna let you guys play a video game because, we're gonna let you play a video game because we need to figure out our aimbots and stuff. Okay? Okay. Well, we are playing Arcade Paradise. Well, Frater, I snuck in, try to help and commentate. These Pinkertons are really pretty nasty. Frater, this is not a very new game. This is not a very old game, by the way. Here we're talking about retro games. Yeah, but the theme is kind of retro-y. I mean, it's an arcade. You're managing an arcade. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure many a kid at one point, who especially grew up in the time we did, that they kind of thought about something like that at one point or another. I actually kind of did when I was like 20, about doing something like this. And of course, I look back on and it was kind of cringy because it's like you practically have no money, so you're sort of like, well, then you would have to loan the money from the bank or something, and you got to sort of pitch your idea to them and see if they want to pay for it, and then after a while you start to learn, well, the cost is really the reality is that the electricity cost is, you're going to be constantly battling that, and cost of electricity. I remember back in the day, you'd have kids breaking machines. I actually used to go to a laundromat. Well, you gotta. Thank God the toilet is clean, Frater. We would hate to do that on stream. Yeah. And, yeah, back in the day we used to do those kinds of things, and you go to the laundromat and family would, and then there used to be in our room right next to it was an arcade, and guess what? You know what all the kids did? They started. I came in one day, and there was just holes in the wall. It was really quite wild. Frater, what? Yeah, there was just holes in the wall, and the kids, what they had did, I don't know if they were purposely trying to break the arcade machines. But yeah, they did. They broke the machines. Basically what they did is they kicked the walls, and as a result of kicking the walls, it caused damage to the arcade machines. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I mean, because when you sit and think about it, when you really sit and think, I'm not playing this game right. There we go. Because you got your little spaceship's going to get lower and lower, so you got to avoid crashing into the buildings. You know what I mean. So, and so basically, Frater, you're going to crash. I know. But, yeah, next time around, boom, crashed. So yeah, so then yeah, all those machines were wrecked, and I don't ever remember that stuff getting repaired or anything. That was sort of the end of that, and understand that was like probably mid '80s, so that was jeez. There was a time, where the little things were big things. Like now because of the internet and because of literally there's thousands and thousands of millions of options of what you can do, and you have even more options depending on if you're on a desktop or you're on a phone. Or I personally honestly would say I wouldn't do the internet on a phone. I would try to have a PC and have hard drives and stuff like that. But there's so many options open to you, and but back in those days, you went to a laundromat and there was like 3 or 4 arcade machines, and that was your world. That was your time of entertainment and amusement. As if you're living in some trailer park somewhere at the time. And my parents did so for about a year before buying a house, before that cleared. Because back then there was sometimes like red tape when a family bought a house, like they actually have to go through like it if a house was getting sold and stuff, sometimes all the family members had to sign off on it and stuff. It was kind of weird, but it was what it was, especially if someone had died, um so back in the 80s, yeah, it was just less was more in a lot of ways. Why is there little devil horns that are on the pointer? It's because of like back in the 80s and 90s, like people thought that was heavy metal, like that's like hardcore and stuff, and a heavy metal rock type thing, and like a lot of, and then of course then there's people who think like it, means the devil's horns and stuff, and actually what it is, being I was a person out of the occult. So what it actually is yes, they are horns, but what it is if you turn that symbol on its side, it looks like a crescent moon, and which is where you get a lot of depictions of horns in society, is because when the moon used to be a crescent during its cycle, that's the way it used to be. And you could buy this kid here. I guess then you don't have to collect money anymore from the machines. He'll do it for you. So there, I kind of admit in this game, I try not to go to the point where the whole laundromat gets replaced and turned into a big ass arcade, because I actually my autism actually likes the laundromat. Like it's kind of like it feels good. It feels good to come in, put all the clothes in and do all that. And then, well, first thing I actually found is a good rhythm is do some of the challenges, do 1 or 2 of the challenges like that are on your little pad there, your little 90s, whatever kind of pad that is. It looks like something out of the 2000s actually. 90s or 2000s or something. And then after you do that, when you get into the laundry mat, throw some clothes in the washer, then clean up the place, and then whatever time's left, you could play arcade games and stuff. But you always try to get get a challenge done first or two in the arcade or laundry mat or whatever. But there's a point where all this kind of goes into just being a big ass arcade, and I don't want that. I like the laundromat. I like it. I actually like it. It's kind of it kind of gives some variety to the place, and they openly admitted that actually in this game that have to actually you don't have to do any of this laundromat stuff. You think this is part of the game and you actually got to do this, but this is just initially if you want to make a little money to buy machines and stuff. But I just do it because it's just part of, I don't know, it's kind of satisfying. It's just, and I've always said in video games, if something's satisfying, that's good. I can really tell you like this shit. Like it's just, yeah, it's good stuff. Only problem is that you have to also be aware of what time. Usually, what'll happen is I'll look at my watch, and if it says 1800, I usually just stop doing the laundry mat stuff by then. I stopped doing that laundromat stuff. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, we got darts. Well, I've every game in the history of gaming I've ever played that tried to simulate darts, and it's the most unenjoyable experience possible. um, I would assume that some shovelware Nintendo Wii has made it into a very fun little game. Actually, I'm just gonna assume because you would have the free motion controls. You just sort of wave your arms and you just go whoosh and dunk, and stuff. I've watched dart like British dart championships and stuff, and it's really entertaining because you could see they have like a microphone by the dartboard, so you could literally hear the dart hitting the board like a dunk, and the guys come out to like wrestling music and stuff. It's actually pretty funny. As I said, like with this game, it seems to be random. Like sometimes I like the fact I could skip his turn. I'm like, I don't want to really watch your animations. I know you're doing it like perfect or whatever. I don't even know what any of the numbers mean. I know with the internet I can look it up. I'm just lazy. I don't care. Sometimes it gives me like I don't know. I don't know. Well, you could do more laundry. Oh, there's always more laundry. Zombad is actually a pretty fun game. It's there used to be games like this back in the day, I think it was called Mercs. That was wow, seemed like a big game to me at the time, but it was kind of like this. As you kind of notice, I'm kind of struggling to. Oh, gotta get the wash, Frater. Well, there's a to-do item I actually got done. That's all that matters is getting maybe like a to-do item done, really. Because then you get extra money for your, things you can buy on the computer, though. It's a pretty relaxing game. It's, there's all kinds of simulator type games people make nowadays. And like for example, at the time of this, there's actually someone's making one where you can have an IT company. What? An IT company? Yeah, and you can actually like work on electronic devices and soldering and stuff. And I'm kind of gonna watch some streamers. I mean, I would assume some streamers like Dance Gaming or Burke or whoever or Cream on Twitch, just giving a few shout outs from Metrotretica here, that, hey, understand this is, everything we're talking about, we don't usually, like, when you see an episode come out, like, in the middle of August or July and in 2025, just understand that this was filmed, like, last year, because that's the way we do things, because then if something were to happen where it's medically or maybe I'm traveling, or maybe there's some kind of reason, or sick, or well, that's medically. Then I don't have to worry about because the way I am is I don't like to do like projects where like okay, so this Wednesday we're doing an episode, and I'm kind of like I don't really like that because that's a schedule. So what's better is I like to devote a whole year to next year. Well, it feels good because then, like it's Friday night. You go, what's on Friday? Hey, it's my show. Yeah, you could become your own viewer. It's actually kind of nice. I like it. Like oh, I got this show and that show. I like that. Oh, Frater, we're on Magic Trakica now. Oh, just got eaten by the little green boogers there. But so yeah, that's the reality of you're trailing off. Yeah, well, just randomly talking about stuff, just enjoying doing the laundry and doing a little bit of video games and stuff. Yeah, between this and Age of Empires 2, this is kind of like your comfort zone, isn't it? Yeah, it kind of is. It's then there's the coin game, and anyone that knows from the history of projects that we've done plenty of that, and well, now like you mentioned you could do the movie theater thing too. Like it has a movie theater. It's like and well, when you put a video document in the folder that in the coin game folder on your computer, when you do that, I mean, there's actually another place where you can go watch TV, and I'm not joking you. I've literally watched the not just the video in the movie theater. You can watch it at on a TV. They call it your home. So, and that's kind of funny. So, well, that's interesting. I still think it's funny because this is technically not a retro game. It's like, yeah, but I don't really care. Well, I know. I, but yeah, at the time, like, I was kind of deciding what games and stuff. I kind of went, well, this is managing an arcade though, back in the 80s and 90s, and I kind of went, well, it kind of goes well with the theme of the show. So, and I gotta still work on something on my to-do list there. Real reality is probably the best way to do it is just work on the to-do list first before anything, and just get like one thing done, and then that's it. And then just like get one thing done, and then see what other things. There might be actually some easy things to get done, and then you could clean the place up, throw some laundry in, and then you can do cleaning and stuff, and then you can just just play some games or whatever. You could. Now, this game, I thought I could get away with using mouse for, because it's, you think in premise that would make sense. But no. Well, okay, we got it to wash. No, that didn't work out because the game isn't really designed to jump back and forth from controller to mouse and keyboard, and that didn't work out. That just confused the game, I think. Of course, back in the day, we used like mouse track or something. Um, a trackball for certain games like that. Like if you had a game where like a Pong or something, that you would have this like trackball, and that would help you to slide the cursor, around. It's just kind of like columns or something. Have you figured this out? No, I don't really understand this. You've Yeah, I don't really understand this game. I've tried to play it, but it's sort of weird. I don't know. Well, that's enough of the commentary for now. Got other things to do, so we'll see you next show.
Incredible!
About Sateringrad Production. Welcome to Sateringrad Productions. We specialize in spiritual books, comic books and old public domain books that have long been forgotten. We also have done artwork for war history books and fiction-based works. We recommend our PECK Holy Bible Volume 1 that is quite popular and attempts to bring the Book of Enoch back into the Bible's list of books. The PECK Holy Bible Volume 1 also has a few selections from Josephus, a Jewish historian, and also the book has Jubilee and the Apocrypha, which is also available in Catholic Bibles. Frater, SH, is an esoteric researcher who is out to reveal ancient knowledge, both known and forbidden. Frater SH has appeared on Joshua P. Warren's Speaking of Strange, Kevin Smith's show, UFO Show, and Ghost Chronicles International with Ron Clerk and Richard Felix, the historian from Most Haunted on the Travel Channel.